Another good thing about cutting out wood patterns for your pieces is they often come in handy when you're matching other pieces up. Make it stronger. But before I put that on, I'm going to fill in all the grooves with Gorilla Glue and push it down in with my finger or a piece of foam to make these stay exactly where they are and make the bend a lot stronger. I like to bevel my edges so I have more of a surface area, and I just it can be just rough, yes. It doesn't have to be exact necessarily, but I just do like a 45-degree angle so I have a little more of a surface area. I try not to go thinner because I would rather fill that in with either epoxy or Gorilla Glue than to have that really thin on that edge, because I think that it would take away from the strength. And I just, again, use my finger as a guide, set the angle, and go down and just keep an eye on how thick it is. And if I start getting off, I'll adjust. And don't try to go too fast so you can keep it nice and straight. And you see, again, my finger using as a guide against there. And you got a pretty nice edge. Whenever you're cutting multiple pieces and you need them to be the same length or width, always start with one piece cut versus the right, either length or width depending on the shape of the piece. That way you know they're exactly the same length, and in this case the length is very important. The width could be a hair off and it wouldn't make a difference, but I want the length to be exact. 90 degrees to the blade, or to the rule. I hold it nice and firm and go all the way through. I try to do it on one cut. And now you can bend, and a lot of people bend on the edge of a table. I prefer to bend it just like this, starting at one in the center and working my way out and changing directions, because I just find it easier to do, and because I have my thumbs on the back, you're less likely to crack all the way through, which sometimes happens if you do it on an edge. Using my index finger as a guide. Now, just like with the wings, I'm going to poke holes in this piece and in the wing. This is the box for the wing to reinforce the wing. I'm going to tape it down on both sides after I put it in place, but I like to bend it a little more than it needs to be because it will spring back. And I'm going to pull off the plastic on this because you get a better grip. When you're pulling the plastic off, once you get it started, let me start this, and that had a little cut in it. Once you get it started, it's a little harder to pull close to the crease. If you pull this way in the same direction you're taking it off, it'll rip. So always hold it back that way as much as you can, and you see you can get it off usually in one piece. There you go, like that. Now my glue will adhere to the whole surface, and I can take either a point on a bamboo, and I just go about every ½ inch or so, or you can use a pin if you prefer. And I do the same thing on the wing again, and I do that on the edges, the ends. And then if it's something that butts up against, like this, a square, 90 degrees, I'll put holes in the edge as well. If it's a beveled side like this, I don't necessarily do that too close to the edge. I try to keep them more on the flat spot because it's obviously a lot thinner there, or as close to the line as I can. You see here I went pretty much with the line so that it's still at a little bit of a thicker place. And I'll put it on for a test fit, mark it with a marker, and make my lines on the wing just like I did on the other pieces, and hold it in place with tape until that'll actually keep it the right shape, and afterwards the tape makes the edge a little more protected against tree branches. When I'm making the holes, they're actually like little rivets for the glue to go into. If you notice, I'm using my finger as a guide, as a depth gauge, so that I don't go all the way through to the other side. One of the Mud Duck's features on all their planes, and makes the wing very strong.